So, Deep Cover Spies and Double Crossers of the Cold War by Rebecca Lansing George. Both superpowers of the Cold War relied heavily on intelligence gathered by spies. These deep cover, often double-crossing operatives played key roles in the success of the Cold War. This book explores the lives and deaths of a few of the most influential spies of the Cold War. Cold War, 1947 to 1991. The Cold War was a period of time when two superpowers with two different ideologies faced off. The United States, whose ideology was democracy, and the Soviet Union, whose ideology was communism. Among the many conflicts sparked by this struggle was the civil war in Korea, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the long drawn-out conflict between North and South Vietnam. Chapter 5, Phạm Xuân Ẩn, Vietnam's reporter spy. Part of Phạm Xuân Ẩn name means secret in Vietnamese. This is fitting because he kept many secrets in his life, starting in the late 1940s in Vietnam. During that time period, Vietnam was a part of French colony known as French Indochina. Phạm Xuân Ẩn organized student protests against the French occupiers and the Americans in Saigon. As an ardent nationalist, Phạm Xuân Ẩn wanted an independent Vietnam free of outside control. He believed the Communist Party would bring this about, so he joined the movement. One day, the Viet Minh, members of a group dedicated to Vietnamese independence and the advancement of communism, asked to meet with him. Phạm Xuân Ẩn was told he had been selected for a more important role, the student organizer. The Viet Minh planned to train him as an intelligence officer. Phạm Xuân Ẩn was an ideal spy candidate against the Americans because he had learned some English from missionaries in his youth. From then on, whenever he met an English speaker, he asked that person to have him study English. People were happy to have the friendly, hard-working young man. As a cover for his real job, the Viet Minh directed him to study journalism and learn more about American customs. The Vietnam War, also known as the Second Indochina War, was waged from November 1st, 1955 to April 30, 1975. The country of Vietnam was divided into North Vietnam, known as the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, and the South Vietnam. The North was supported by the Soviet Union, China, and other communist countries. The South was backed by United States, South Korea, Australia, and other countries wanting to fend off the advancement of communism. Americans refer to the events of April 13, 1975 as the Fall Cycle, while Vietnamese refer to Reunification Day. Did you know Phạm Xuân Ẩn made invisible ink himself? He placed a few grains of rice and a bit of water into a spoon. Then he hit the spoon over a fire until the rice turned into liquid. Then he dipped a dry pan into it and used the liquid rice to write invisible messages. When his wrapping paper messages were received, another agent would brush an iodine mixture over the paper to reveal the secret message. The following day, April 30, 1975, Ân was a known employee of Time magazine in Vietnam. He sent a message stating all American correspondents evacuated. Time is now managed by Pham Xuân Ân. Within 20 hours, the North Vietnamese took over South Vietnam and hoisted the flag over Saigon. Nearly 2 decades later, Pham Xuân Ân's son Ân Phạn wanted to study journalism just like his father had done in the United States. By then, Pham Xuân Ân's spying had long been revealed. Although his former colleagues knew of its disease, they held him in high esteem as a journalist. So they banded together to arrange for his son to study journalism at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Later, when Pham Xuân Ân died, many of the journalists he once worked with traveled to Vietnam to attend his funeral. They came to pay their last respects to a man they considered their colleague.